right now, let's go straight to the constitutional perspectives, the legal perspectives on this detention of minors who were involved in the hashtag End Hunger protest that took place across the country, particularly those who were involved in flying Russian flags and also calling on Russia to come rescue them as it was. Let's quickly join live virtually a legal practitioner, Barrister Andrew Bello. Barrister Andrew Bello, thank you for joining us on the show this lovely Monday morning. It's good to have you on the program. Thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure joining you this morning. Good morning, Sonny.
Good morning. So let's get the legal perspectives on this issue because it's been on the front burner. What does the Constitution say? What is the legal perspectives on the detention of minors? What are these children being charged for that would warrant their detention as far as this case is concerned?
Thank you very much. Yes, going straight into the subject in issue, they are what we call specialized criminal procedure for special cases, special criminal cases. For example, we have the special courts for military personnel, which we call the court-martial system. We also have the juvenile court for children, persons who are below the age of adulthood. Those persons are treated as juveniles, they are treated as minors. There is a special court system for them. You can't take them and treat them like the regular persons in society. It's a special court system and special trial system for them. That's how the criminal law system was created. There's the criminal, purely criminal system, which is the regular one that is used every day in courts. We have the special ones like the court-martial system, the juvenile system. So it is surprising, or it was surprising to majority of legal personalities to see children being tried in court as regular persons. And we, after the trial, we heard our colleague telling the world that those persons are not children; they are adults. They are some of them are fathers, some of them are parents, and said so many things that one begins to wonder whether we were seeing rightly, or I don't know what was being said there. But let's go looking at the issue as it were. The issue they were charged with, the offense they were charged with, is treason and treasonable felony. Why is it that in this country sometimes we take things out of context and we pick it the way it suits us? Treason in itself is an offense when you commit an offense against the territorial integrity and sovereignty of a state. When you challenge the territorial integrity and sovereignty of a state, then you will say you have committed treason. Because these children paraded the Russian flag on the protest day, on the day they were complaining, on the day they were crying and saying, we have not eaten, we are hungry. They paraded the Russian flag. You say they have committed treason. Assume, but not consider that was the case. What happened to those ministers of government, informal governments, and even some of the ones we still have, and those persons who go and enter into contracts, or who are contracted by this nation to go and contract with other nations on our behalf, and they go. We've seen ministers, Festus Keyamo, for example, was telling Nigerians on air how the former minister of aviation entered into a contract on behalf of this nation that basically sold us. It basically made us look like slaves before that other nation. Is that not treason? We've seen many types of government contracts entering into that put this nation under such servitude before other nations, that put our territorial integrity in crisis, in question before other nations. But nobody is raising issue of treason when it comes to such matters. Nobody challenges them for treason. Nobody say, oh, this man has done anything wrong. We've not seen any one of them facing trial for treason. But when you see little children who are hungry, crying out and say, oh, we are hungry, please find food for us. Then, for heaven's sake, these children don't know the meaning of treason. They don't even know what treason is. They don't know what they were doing. The only thing they do that day is that they are hungry wherever the food will come from. If it will come from Russia, if it will come from the military, if the food will come from anywhere at all, anywhere on earth, as long as they eat, that's all they're asking for. What you do with such people, you rehabilitate them, take good care of them, and make them useful to society. Not to go and parade them as if they are deadly criminals.
Just a moment. Is ignorance of the law an excuse to commit a crime?
It is not. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse to commit a crime. What about politicians that commit the same crime? Where are we picking on one set and leaving the other set? Since ignorance of the law is not an excuse to commit crime, those who have been committing these crimes before now, the politician, like I just mentioned just now, we have people we pay to say, go and enter into contracts on behalf of this nation with another nation. We have the P&ID contract. We've not forgotten that contract. It was Nigerians that went and entered into that contract on behalf of this nation with foreign entities, and they sold us cheaply to those entities that we had to now go and spend billions of naira again to cancel those contracts in foreign courts. Well, they don't Nigerians, where are they? Are we trying them for treason? Is that not treason in the highest sense? When you go outside and sell your nation, and you sold your nation for cheap article, for cheap dollars, and put in your pocket, is that not treason? Why is it that we now pick these little ones, those ones who cannot defend themselves, who have no one to speak for them, and we now say this is the one that is treason? These are the ones we now want to punish. If you want to make an example of somebody, make an example of the big ones so that the little ones will not dare it. That's how to make an example. You don't make it in this nation. What we do, we look for the little man to make an example of. Meanwhile, the big man is there parading himself with his crime. Publicity is crime publicly in open space, and nothing is happening to him. But we look for the little man and say, yes, this is the one we make an example of. It's time we drop that system, because it won't take us anywhere. I can assure you that if we continue like this to punish little people, the little ones will get angry someday, and they are by far at number, at majority the other guys.
Okay. Now, Mr. Bello, there's been concerns majorly about the bail terms, the bail conditions. What do you make of these? The bail terms supposed to be more lenient because they are minors, or is it supposed to be reflective of the alleged crime that they've committed?
If they were charged as adults, like the prosecutor said, they were charged as adults, as far as he is concerned, there is no charge there. That was what he said. Let us assume that that's how the charge is read. So if the charge reads, for example, that all of them are adults, the judge cannot now reduce the charge, and because of that, begin to reduce the bail condition. So the judge would be right to give the bail conditions he gave if the charge before him says they are adults. But if they are minors and the charge so states that they are minors, then the bail conditions for minors are different. You treat them as minors, you ensure that they get what they are supposed to get as minors. They have rights. There are special rights that are reserved for minors that you must give to them. You don't just treat them like the regular adults in the public, because the adult can defend himself, can protect himself, can provide for himself. A child doesn't have the same power. So the state has a duty to always protect the child at every time.
Okay, but Mr. Bello, there's been some reactions trailing this issue, particularly on the perspective of civil society activists demanding government to release these minors within 48 hours. What do you make of such statements? Is it necessary at this time?
And I see the AGF is already doing something in that direction. He has called for the file. He has called that the matter be brought to his office, the Ministry of Justice, the Attorney General of Federation. So I want to believe that he wants to look into the matter as a lawyer, and he's not a lawyer who will have a better view on these things. Because sometimes when we are playing politics, we want to please our master. We forget that there are more important issues than pleasing your master. Your master will come today and go. What happens tomorrow? The precedents you create. So for me, I want to agree with civil society, and I want to also believe that the AGF is looking at it towards that same direction. That very soon there will be a different angle to this matter, where this matter will be treated with more leniency. Because these children didn't actually go out there to carry guns. They could have carried weapons against this nation. They could. Forget about the fact that they are 14, 15, 16. We've seen 12 years old carrying weapons in African nations. We've seen 10 years old carrying weapons. So it's not strange. So if the children, then we should treat them with more humanity and say, these ones that carry flag, they have something they want to tell us. Let's listen to them. They have not carried weapon yet. If there's a way you radicalize children in the prison system, in the correctional system, by the time they come out, they begin to carry weapon. And that's not where we want to head. That's not where we want to go. We want to go to a place where these children can become useful to this same society. These same children you are seeing on your screen, there's a way you harness them. They will be the one that will go and tell the message to the ones out there that this nation is higher, is bigger, and stronger than every one of us put together. But when we're going to browbeat politicians, we're going to massage the egos of politicians with a criminal justice system, it's not helpful to anybody. Try to smother these children just because you want to please politicians. It's not healthy for anybody. It's not helpful. It's not helpful. And this was how
Okay.
some of the militancy system started. This is exactly how the militancy system started. And now we are going the same way again as if we don't learn anything from the past. We should learn from the past now. These ones are very easy children to easily harness. These ones are very easy to correct. They have not gone to the other side. It's easy to bring them to this side than push them away. But that's what we are doing now. We're pushing them to the other side. Let's assume that one of these children die in custody. You think the others will keep quiet and become friends with Nigeria? They will not become friends with this nation. They will do anything to join the enemies of this nation.
Okay.
So we should always look at the importance of what we want to do. Where will it take us?
All right. Now, quickly share with us your thoughts on the human rights implication in terms of Nigerians' rating globally. That's on the one hand. And then secondly, there's been allegations that the present administration is trying to use every means possible to suppress views and perspectives that are critical of government policies and programs. Do you subscribe to this?
Very much, very much. This present government has a system of flogging out or flogging down any dissenting view. It does not want opposition. It doesn't want opposition view. I can assure you, it's a pattern that they operate. It's not helpful for democracy. When we say we are operating the democratic system, we mean we will allow the opposition to speak. They will have their say. Then the opposition will have their voice. Majority will have their say. But the way we are operating right now, any dissenting voice is quickly crumbled down, and we are using our system of justice that's supposed to be used to balance up the equation to now do that oppression. The system of justice is supposed to be the balancing force that balance every equity, both the majority and the minority. But as it is today, we are using that same system of justice to suppress opposition. If you listen to the court of appeal in the Donald Trump's case in the US, the appeal court, one of the questions they asked the prosecution, apart from this case of Donald Trump, which other case have you ever tried? Because on these same facts, before now, which other person did not, you are accused of this same offense where there was no complainant before now? In this country, do we ask that kind of question? So say, oh, before now, who has been tried like this before? Why is it that it's only these ones that we are doing like this? Let us start this punishment from politicians. Let's start this punishment from the big men, those who are close to government. That's the way to do things. Okay. When you are using it to oppress those or to push out those who are against government, then you give the impression that you are trying to silence opposition. Okay. Let's start from those who are in government, those who are friends of government. Okay. We had a case in this country where a minister entered into a contract on behalf of this country. Not one minister. There are two cases right now that are in the public sphere. One is clearly being publicized by the current minister, where a contract on behalf of this country was meant to just crumble this country. And nothing was done to that minister. Up to this day, that minister is not in any prison. Then we'll leave such people. We will not be looking for small children that will say something. Then we'll go arrest them. You say we are not trying to kill opposition. We are killing opposition. It's time we begin to look inward. Those who are in power, those who just left power, and those who are in power that are crumbling this country, let's deal with them first. When we start from there, those who are not in power will learn. They will stay away from. But if you don't do that, the only impression you are giving to us is that you are trying to crumble opposition, and by doing so, you are killing human rights. Because see one thing with human rights, works on the opposite side of corruption. If you allow corruption to thrive, human rights will definitely fail. But if you kill corruption, human rights will succeed. Right. As we speak right now, the police force and the security agencies, they are operating at a law unto themselves. They will tell you to your face, go and tell who you want to tell. That's how bad it has gone to. Go and tell who you want to tell. I have a case I'm doing right now, where when we sat down at the escort of the police force at the police office there, the IPO and the OC were called to come and explain what they did. They could not explain. They could not tell anybody because they just arrested somebody who didn't commit any crime, collected 500,000 naira. The matter is in court at I speak with you, so it's not something that is hidden. If you want, I can serve the court processes, and nothing was done. So after we went to escort and still came back, nothing had changed. The escort only berated them, quarreled with them, but nothing was done. The money didn't come out. As I speak with you, the money is still in their purse. They kept the 500,000. The matter is in court. So that is how bad it is with human rights in this country. We are playing with a system of corruption, and when you allow corruption to thrive, human rights will fail. It's a natural.
All right. Let me thank you. Let me thank you so very much, Barrister Andrew Bello, for the views and perspective that you share with us on the program. We truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your time.